Hi everybody, how you guys doing today? What is it? Merry Christmas Eve. Happy Christmas Eve. Whatever you celebrate. Hope y'all have a great holiday. Happy holidays. Whatever. I hope y'all have a great holiday season. Okay. The light's coming in the window and like when I tested it to make sure that it wasn't on me as badly, and then I move kind of forward. It's kind of like you can be on an acid trip when you're watching me, but I won't do that to you. Okay. I'm trying to stay back as far as I can. And of course, I look absolutely deliciously lovely as I have not showered yet. Okay. Few things I want to talk about. First, I want to wish you all a happy holiday, Merry Christmas, whatever you guys celebrate, and a Happy New Year. I'll see you within now and New Year, but I want to just to wish you guys all the best. I hope you all have great holiday season. I want to thank you all for being, I don't even know words, can't even say, but for just being so supportive, so wonderful, just such wonderful subs. And I have so many wonderful things planned for us next year. I am going to, however, do the second part of our mixed media thing this week. Not tomorrow, because tomorrow's Christmas, but probably maybe the next day or, within the next couple of days. So that's going to be, because I wanted to give everybody a chance who's going to do it, because I got a lot of messages saying because it was the, they were waiting for their holiday to start, which I believe was Monday. Today's what, Tuesday? Well, I guess was yesterday. They wanted to have time to start it and all that. And a lot of people, although I say, the video's up, you can start whenever. What the heck is going on with that hair? I got like a half pompadour. If you look over here, it looks like I have like extensions in, like, not really, it's mine. But that they wanted to start, kind of to do it with me. But like I said, the video is up, so you can start whenever you want to, if it's 6 months from now or whatever. I have many videos that are up. So we're going to be doing that. We're going to be making dolls. So if you, have any extra fabric around your house, I use muslin or cotton. You can use old pantyhose. You can use old t-shirts, old clothes, whatever, because it's going to be your first doll that if it's your first doll that you've ever made, and it doesn't matter because, we're going to do some needle sculpting and just some really cool things. So then when you go on to the second one, you can always go buy your muslin or, I actually buy fabric from Joggles. I've not found it at my Joann's. Now I do have a Joann's that has opened about like a half hour away, and it's like one of them big superstore Joann's. So I am going to look there. If they do have it, I'm going to buy some, and then I'll probably do a couple giveaways with some so people can have it. I should have grabbed it. It's over there, but really, if I move, you're going to see my fat bum. And I feel very bloated and PMSy today, so let's just leave it at that, shall we? Okay. And I just got like a lot of fun things, a lot of fun clay things, because I have gotten so many clay requests, and I feel like a total wanker. I'm going to say it because I haven't done any clay. It's just like life has taken over with the holiday season, and I feel, rotten about it. And I don't know if I can get a video of clay done today or not and get it up. I'll probably get it. Okay. Anyway, so, I will probably end up doing that this week also. So I will make it a priority because I know what I want to do. And then next year we're going to start our clay doll also, and not all at the same time, of course, but there's just so many fun things that like, and I'm going to do a clay giveaway. I have another, paper clay giveaway. I have like so much stuff that coming up, and things that, that we can all do, things that I'm going to go through. If you saw my art room right now, you'd probably die because it is a mess. And I found this really cool, I don't know if you can see it over there, right there, that white thing. I found it in the garbage because I'm such a garbage person. I love trash picking, and I found it like up the street, and I'm like, oh, I could put that over underneath my window, and it's not too big, so I can still open my closet door, and I can put my containers with my inks in it, like my stamp pads, because I never can get even. Plus, I move everywhere. Like, I'm somebody who can't sit still. Plus, my dogs are right behind me. I'll keep the snubby on. So, what was my point? Oh, so I found that, so I was very excited. So, okay. Here we go. Breathe. Okay. Few things I want to talk about. Number one, I'm watching, well, I'll talk about that after. Okay, first, somebody, Carrie Brown, this is going to be a fun project we're going to do. And some of y'all might not be cat lovers, so I'm going to try to think of a dog one that we can do, which I think would be really cool. And I'm very excited about this, Carrie Brown. So thank you so much for asking about this. Oh, okay. I gotta start turning off my notifications, because every time my phone just went off. My sister texted me, and then on Facebook that went off, and then I hear the boop boop, and I gotta start turning Facebook off so I don't get, because what do you automatically do when you hear that noise? It's like, and it's usually a game request. Okay, so anyway, which I only play 2 games, and I only send to people that I know play, because there's nothing more annoying than getting game requests for games that you don't play, and they're over and over again. And I know I'm not the only one that feels that way. Oh my God, look at my hair side. What is that in the back? I could stick a pencil in there and be a nasty old fat teacher. Okay. Anyway, Carrie Brown, she asked me, which I am so freaking excited about. Like, how, and especially now because the holidays will be over and I can go get these for cheap. So if you're out and if you see these, grab them, because I'm going to also try to think of a way that you can do it without these if you can't get them. But let me tell you, you will be able to get these so freaking cheap now because the holiday's over. And all it is a clear plastic bulb, which is like one of those ornaments that you make your own ornament. It can be glazed. It can be plastic. If you can find the plastic ones, grab them, because the glass ones I'm sure will break more easily. And she wants me to do, which I am so freaking excited about. And I told her I'll do it next year, because this would be something I'd have hanging around my house, because between horror stuff and Halloween stuff and like just creepy shit, I love my animals, and I'm a cat and dog lover. Let me get to the point now, as you all are sitting there like, okay, Cal, just get to the point. It is a plastic bulb, and it's a cat sitting on top with a fishing pole hanging in the ball with a fish hanging from the line. How freaking cute. So then I'm thinking, okay, that would be awesome. In my head, I'm going, gee, should we make it clay? Should we make it this? Should we make it that? Oh, I can do it like this. Everybody can do it, with a piece of cardboard. Like, so I'm going like all through my mind. So I'm going to be writing this down. And so then I got an idea in my head for a dog one, because there's, me, I love my dogs. I love my cats too. Although my cats, y'all know I adopted 2 of my fosters, and then we quit fostering. And my one foster, Scotty, who I swear is my son reincarnated, is an angel. We love him, love him, love him. We love both of them. However, Alice, the little gray cat, is a terror. And my husband calls her Gray. And apparently he woke up this morning and I know it's Gray because she's the only one who jumps on the counters. And I bought a spray bottle to fill with water to squirt her, because not only does that, but she gets in the Christmas tree and climbs up the Christmas tree. And I really have to get them a cat tree, but I want to wait till the Christmas tree's down. But she took a brand new roll of paper towels, knocked them on the floor, and shredded the shit out of them. Which, hey, how much fun did she have last night? She'll sleep the whole time we're going today, but my husband was not a happy camper. And then we have our other one, Scotty, who's like, he's a boy, she's a girl, and he's just laid back as all balls and just great. And they're both fixed, and but they're babies. They're like 5 months old, maybe 6 months. Wonderful, wonderful cats, loving as can be. But the Gray is she's a climber. She loves to climb. And that's why I said to my husband, got to get a cat tree for her, because she just loves to climb. And Scotty gets like a burst of energy, and they'll chase after each other, and they drive you nuts. But they need that cat tree. Anyway, it's really not your issue. It's mine. I had to throw the paper. He had to throw the roll of paper towels away. which I said, couldn't you just rolled them up and say, I would have used them for art. I don't care they're torn apart with cat spit and hair on it. It doesn't matter. It's that he threw them away. That's a whole other story. Okay, so we're going to do something really wicked cool for next year. So if you happen to go out shopping at Walmart or at Michael's or AC Moore or Hobby Lobby or Joann's or wherever you go into the section where they have the, and especially after the holiday, go to where they have your make your own ornaments and grab a couple. Grab plastic or glass. It doesn't matter. Sometimes they sell the glass in containers of like 3 and stuff like that. Just grab a package. Use your coupon. It's probably going to be on clearance anyway because they put all their stuff on clearance. I'll see what I can find and grab some, and so we can have fun. Even if you just grab one, you know, then you can choose. Like some people might not like cats. They want to make a dog one, or some want to make cats, or some want to make both, or whatever. So really cool. That's going to be a great thing coming up in the next year. And it's not going to be a Christmassy type kind of thing. It'll be more of a thing just to hang around, like an art thing. You know, how freaking cool. Okay. Elaine Darlington Brown. Hi, sweetie. Reminded me, which I know, and I don't think I've ever said it because I'm like the biggest dork in the world. To tell you guys, when you make your own, which I bought yesterday, I went to the Walmart, which I will never go again. And I'm not going to tell my Walmart story here. I don't leave the house because of anxiety and panic and everything. Like I hardly ever leave the house. So my husband is the one who does the grocery shopping and does that kind of thing. And we bought like all our holiday gifts offline or from business, small business, you know, like that kind of thing. So I can't really walk well. And I decided I was going to have, I'm going to Walmart because there were certain things I wanted to get my daughter for her stocking and blah, blah, blah. And so we went, and I'm not going to get into the whole story and everything. I'm going to make myself edit. However, next time I go, my husband will not leave my side and go about his own way. And I don't know if there will be a next time I go. I don't know. I stood there for a moment, like in this surreal, like looking around at people thinking, is the end of the world coming? And did I not get notified? People are freaking assholes and insane. And it's like, you're in a store, kids everywhere. Where's your fucking parents? Running around, playing with the toys. And I said something to my husband because there were kids in the one section, and you know them big, humongous balls? I used to buy them for my kids all the time outside. They're bouncing balls back and forth and all. And I said to my husband, after I got in the car and I was in tears crying because I just wanted to get out of the store, I said to my husband, I'm like, you know, like, nobody watches their kids. Kids are playing with the balls. Wonder if I want to go over and buy a ball. I don't want a ball that the kids are bouncing back and forth. Like, you know what I mean? Okay, I am a little OCD, but that's beside the point. Like, where's your parents? Do parents, like, walk into Walmart and say, have at it, kids, and then they go and just do their shopping by themselves? My kids never left my side. When they were little, they had to hold on to the cart. And my kids were 5 years apart. So my son, you know, by the time, I mean, he was walking and everything like that by the time my daughter came. And so she would like sit in the carty part, you know, the part where they sit. And he would either hold one of our hands or the cart. And they did not. If they ran off, and if they threw a fit, they got taken out to the car. But like nowadays, what happens? Do you think Walmart's like a safe place? Okay, I'm not even going to get into it. Anyway, I went to Walmart. I picked up 2 more bottles. They were $1 a piece. And they also had, for those who are, who might like, it's in the travel section. They have, which I didn't pick up because I was there for other things. And I just thought, I thought at the time, because it was the beginning of my adventure, I will be back. However, I don't know. Who knows? Maybe when I feel better. But they have like all kinds of cool things, like where you could put lotion in things and then like click it up and then you could pour lotion out. And I thought, wow, that would be great for like your white school glue and stuff to use. And you know what I mean? Like to keep your supplies, like if you buy like a big supply of something, whether it be gesso or matte medium or, you know, white school glue or whatever. So you don't have like all your big stuff out, you know, and then you can kind of put your little label on it and have it and use it. And okay, you get what I'm saying? All right. Anyway, so she suggested to me, which I've not suggested to you yet, is to put a bowl in the bottom, a marble, I've used, because you know, sometimes you get the sprays and they have the click, 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 click. They got the ball in it, and it helps mix all that pigment and all that stuff at the bottom. So that's a great idea. Marbles are very cheap. You can buy them. You can even go into the flower section, the fake flower section in your craft store, and they come in like those little bags, and you can get like a little like bag of like round glass marbles and stuff and use them. So when you shake, it's a shame. This is what mine look like. This is what a new one looks like. I've had these for years. Oh, the other one's burnt. But then when you shake up your acrylic paints and all that you make, your sprays, it shakes it all up real good. And also, again, I'm going to just reiterate, when you're done when you make your acrylic sprays or watercolor sprays or whatever, make sure you spray it out, like unscrew your cap, spray this out all the way, and then spray it back on, and then wipe this off, because you'll have a 98% better chance of it not clogging the next time you use it. If you don't, the acrylic will just dry and everything. You won't have the same problem with watercolors, because watercolors are kind of more water soluble. However, that's that. Also, okay, so that's that. Little Willie 1000 can't use dryer sheets. They're allergic to them. And they were saying how they love the texture and all doing it on the mixed media that I use them on. So I'm going to come up, I have an idea, and I will do a video on it to see if I can find a way for people who do not use dryer sheets, because there's a lot of people who don't use them, and of something that you could use that's cheap, that's easy, that you can get the main effect of it. And I think I have an idea. So that'll be one of my experimental things, a video that I'll make. It'll be, you know, I'll try to do it this week because I have the idea. And it might really work good. And it might not look exactly like a dryer sheet kind of thing, but I think it's going to rock. And I think it's going to really, and I might even start using it for texture in mine. So I got you on my mind, little Willie. And I was laughing because Seriously Scrapping said to me about keeping my space clean, like about somebody had did a comment, or I made a comment or something, and she was like, you know, you're crafting and arting. Why? Who wants their space clean? You know what I mean? Because I am such a like everything needs to be clean, you know. So I wanted to thank her for that. Shirley Douglas, my love, thank you so much for making a comment on that woman's, can you hear my Facebook going off? I'm not looking though, did you notice? I'm trying to be focused. I'm not a focused person. Thank you for making that comment, Shirley Douglas, on that post that child had written me about my clay. I appreciate everybody who made a comment and everybody who had even said anything to me about it. Like I said on that comment to Shirley, when she had defended me, I do this for the people who appreciate it. I do this for the people who get me and who understand me. I think you're all wacko like I am if you get me. I mean no harm to anybody. I always say if you want professional clay teachings or whatever, there's many classes you can take. Find another video. I don't think you need to be, the only thing with that sun is like you see fuzzies flying. I know it's probably dog hair because I got like 5 dogs in here with me today. But you know, I do it for the people who appreciate it. So I do hate when people make mean comments because it's like they're not understanding. Like I'm doing something good that I love, and then when people make mean comments, it's just like, you know, normally my first, I go 1 to 10 like that, and I want to like just like say like, you know, you know, whatever. But I've tried to change that a little bit, and that's something I'm gonna. My God, my Facebook. I'm gonna try to change for the new year to not go from 1 to 10 so quickly. We'll see. But I want to thank you, Shirley, because that was a very sweet comment you wrote, and brought tears to my eyes. And I want to thank you so very much because you get me, you understand, and a lot of you guys do. And it means a lot to me because sometimes I don't get me. So having people get me is really rocking. Just, I love it. So thank you so much. Okay, so here's the two things I want to talk about. Number one, Angie's Art Channel, which I've talked about her before. She did this washi tape demo, right? And she used, and I'm going to put her link underneath this video. She used a big piece of plexiglass. And when she was doing it, I'm like, do I have plexiglass? That's my husband. I'll probably end up buying a piece now, seeing hers. Not quite as big as hers, but pretty big. So she did really cool washi tape, her take on washi tape. And she used this big piece of plexiglass, which, like I said, I was like, that's pretty freaking cool. So I'm going to put her link below to check out her washi tape. And I want to show Angie this. I guess you're going to see my big fat ass anyway. All right, Ange, look. These are two things I store my stuff in that you were asking about. I do these come in big packs from the art store. My God, my face. If I could only get suntan from sitting here, that would be my ideal. But these are plastic. I got these at Michael's. I believe Michael's or AC Moore. And they're very, very sturdy. And they like spread out. And I use them for stencils. And they have 2 snaps. So if you have thin or you have thick. So you can put your stencils in here or your stamps. And these are awesome. I think you can get them like in a pack. Like you get like 3 in a pack or something like that. And they're really, really cool. And like I said, they extend out. So if you use it for stencils or whatever, whatever, stencils, stamps, whatever you want to use them for. What I love, and I get these at, I believe, Michael's. And I think I've shown them before. And I store everything in these. Excuse my big butt. These. Scrapbook case. Holds 12 by 12 papers. I have my stamps in them. I have all my Faber-Castell markers in them. I have all my alcohol markers in them. I have all my ink pads in them. So, and these are usually like $4 a piece, depending on how I have. I have about 11 of these filled of stamps. And I think 2, maybe 1 filled of ink pads. I probably should have get another one for the rest of my ink pads. But I love storing in them. And Michael sells them. You know what? I use a coupon. So Walmart might sell them. But they are used for, they're in the scrapbook section with all their storage. Where you get the papers. And it's like the sun's moving every time I move. And they're great to store. And for you, I don't know how much you have or what you have, but you can store, if you only have a small amount of stamps and ink pads, I don't know what you have. You can store, I mean, I'm sure when you look at it, you can see if you can store everything in that, or get 2 of them and store separately. They're great because they stack upon each other. And the shelf that I just showed, that I picked up, I'm going to use for my ink pads. I have 2 things of ink pads over there. 2 of those containers full of ink pads. And I'm going to use strictly for my ink pads. Because mixed in with all my stencils and my stamps, I just don't like it. And that's not a very, very durable table-y thing. But it'll be perfect for the ink pads. And I know where they're at. And I can just grab them there and everything's happy and hunky-dory. So, that. And then I'll put her link down there for the washi tape. But that's what I wanted to show you. There's 2 great storage things. I had to have gotten them both at Michael's. The plastic thing I showed first is in the section where where they sell the scrapbook paper at too. Had AC Moore, Michael's, one of the 2. You'll see them. They're great. They're awesome. I love going in there. They always have them off for 40% off. So I'll usually stock up on them. But if not, use your coupon. They're having great coupons right now, especially after the holiday. And I also wanted to say for Pattinson fan, my girl, Veronica, she did, and I'm going to put her link below too. She did a really cool, swirly, awesome, a swirly tree that was freaking awesome, and it was like 3D-ish and very creative, and I loved it. And she also did these faces, which I have actually done off of the paper mache masks that you buy. They're way over there. I'm not going to go get them. But the paper mache masks that you buy from the craft stores, I have some skulls and I have a regular one. And I've done what she did, except she, from what I understand, she got like these face things and they were like ceramic or whatever. And then she did hers like off of that. So, and then she decorated them, and my favorite's the black and white one because I just love black and white. I would have put it, and she did the lips. I would have did the lips a little pink. I think she did hers purple. Still beautiful, awesome, rocking. And I'm going to put her link down below so you can check that out because pretty freaking cool. I was like, really, because I haven't heard from her in a few days, and I haven't seen her around, and I've been starting to get nervous. And I was going to text her, but then I thought, oh my God, she's going to be like, oh, the stock, like, you know, wacko's texting me. So I didn't. But, so yeah, so that's kind of all I really wanted to talk about. I wrote it all down. And just to let y'all know, like I said, to have a happy holiday and all. Also something, if you go to the dollar store, something that's invaluable in your craft room are, now they don't make them, I got these at the Walmart. Now I don't know if they make the alcohol ones still at, the dollar store, because you know, like you can get like, I wanted ones with alcohol in it, but they don't sell them at the Walmart or at the Rite Aid or anywhere I can find them. So I have to go into the dollar store and look and see because they always have those weird off-brand things. You know, that like has alcohol in them that you know. I mean, my bum's okay. I guess alcohol pads, these had alcohol in them when I was little, but I don't know. But these are just wipes. And these are great to have in your art room, not only for your hands. Oh, that's another thing I have to tell Angie after this. But these are good for your hands, but they're also fun to play with when you use your water-soluble crayons and watercolor pencils and stuff like that to use to help blend and smear. And if you do buy like extra ones of these, you can put alcohol in it. Make sure you mark alcohol. Don't be like me and think, I'll remember blue's alcohol, and then not remember and then use it and screw everything up. So get a big piece of masking tape, put on here and put alcohol. But then you can always, because it doesn't have, if you can't find ones with alcohol, then you can give it a squirt. And like I said, then you can go and you can spread or water or whatever. And pretty awesome. They're really great. And then for Angie, one thing I know that helps, well, I'm psychotic and I'll just pour bleach on my hands to get the stains off my hands when I use the dyes like that. However, you might not be as psychotic as I am. I've been known to do that on poison ivy and stuff that drives me crazy. Anyway, but for the dyes, the delusions and stuff like that, if you have like wipes or put some alcohol on a paper towel or rag or whatever and rub it on your hands and then wash them, or put your soap on your hands and put a couple drops of alcohol in there and then wash real good and it should lift out. If not, I will give you the easier way to use bleach and use the Clorox cleanup or bleach, you know, like put a little bit of bleach on a rag or paper towel with a little bit of soap and rub your hands on. It'll come off. The stuff does dye your hands and whatever you touch, even though it's water soluble based. Now, for those who cannot make their own, I mean, those who cannot afford dilutions and whatnot, again, I got several emails on this. Again, take your water bottles, save your little perfumes that pump or whatever you have, and take your food coloring. And you can do the intensity by how many drops you put in. You can use alcohol as your base or you can use water. So if say you use water and you fill it 3/4 of the way and you put 4 drops of you know, you could put 2 drops of orange in of your food coloring. Shake it up, spray it. And not so dark. I want it darker. Put 3 more drops in till you get the darkness that you want and the consistency. It works just as good as dilutions. It's cheap. It works. It's the same thing. I know people are going to write and ask me, is it archival? Is it this or that? I don't know. I use it in my art journal. I don't know. But for people who are playing around and just wanting to art and have fun, you know, I mean, and you can't afford dilutions or any other kind of spray, what's wrong with it? If you have RIT dye sitting around, powder or the liquid that you don't use that also. You just put a little bit in with the hot water and your thing and shake it up and you got a great spray. So, my God, I didn't know the sun was on me. Boy, it's moving, the sun. Moving and grooving. So, you know, keep your mind open when you're mixing to make these sprays. And again, when you're done, just spray out the sprayer and, you know, make sure your nozzle's wiped clean and you should be good to go. I think that's all I had. Yeah, we're just going to have a great, fun year. And like I said, I'll be making videos in between and doing stuff like that. So I hope you guys, again, have a great holiday. And I'll see you in between now and New Year's. And I think that's a wrap. So thanks for being so loving and so supportive. And I'm so grateful for you guys. And I hope that you'll have a nice, peaceful, wonderful holiday. So be kind to each other because you never know what battle somebody else is fighting. And thank you all so, so very much. And I will see you again soon. Bye.